Today, me and Kevin are going to be making Liketa dyed potatoes, and we'll tell you about how it got its name and everything once we try it. But this is from Being Dead Is No Excuse, the official Southern Ladies Guide to Hosting the Perfect Funeral. So this is something that you would make and take to a funeral. So what you're gonna need is you need 1 2-pound package of hash browns. This is not quite 2 pounds. This is 1 pound 14 ounces, so almost, but we like the Orida shredded hash brown potatoes. You can get whatever brand you want. You also need 10 ounces of grated sharp cheddar cheese. This is an 8-ounce bag, but we have some more of the same thing, sharp cheddar. I chose Tillamook because I like that cheese. You need half a cup of chopped onion, which we have right here. You need 1 pint or 16 ounces of sour cream. We just buy the original sour cream. You need 1 can of cheddar cheese soup. So literally Campbell's cheddar cheese soup. You're not going to dilute it with water or anything like that. You're going to leave it just like it is. And in this, there is salt and pepper. So the salt is under the pepper, but you need 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper. And then for the topping, you're going to need 2 cups of cornflakes. So I bought the cheap cornflakes. This box was literally just over $2. And there's a lot left, like half that box is left. So this is your 2 cups of cornflakes, and you're gonna need 1 stick of butter and just slice it up. You wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you need to grease your pan. This is a 9 by 13 inch pan, and I'm going to use vegetable oil spray to spray it before we put anything in it. So the first thing you want to do is make your shredded hash brown potatoes. Now, it did not specifically say shredded hash brown potatoes.
You can use the cubed ones if you want. You
can use cubed. We like shredded. We buy the shredded for hash brown casserole, and so we really like the texture of the shredded, so that's what we buy. But you're gonna make those first according to the bag. So how do you make those, Kevin?
Just put oil in a big pan with a lid. Turn on medium-high heat and just let them fry on one side for so many minutes, and then you flip them over and let them fry a few more minutes.
So our hash browns are cooked. If you want to do this next part in your frying pan where you cook these, you can do that, but I would rather not deal with a very hot pan, so I got a new bowl. But just know you can do that if you want. So you're going to take all of your ingredients. It's a lot of pepper. I mean, 2 teaspoons is a lot of pepper. But you're going to put everything except the cornflakes and the butter in this bowl. And then we're just going to stir it together. So I greased my pan with the spray I showed you in the beginning, and I'm gonna pour this whole thing into the pan and then flatten it out. Now I'm not smashing it down. I'm just literally like flattening it out so it will cook evenly. Just like you would a hash brown casserole or something like that. So now you want to take your 2 cups of cornflakes, and it doesn't say crush them or anything. It just says sprinkle them over the top. I was telling Kevin, if you used to watch Roseanne, the Roseanne show back in the old Roseanne where the kids were little, I thought it was so interesting that she said in the very beginning of the show that she used to put cornflakes in her meatloaf. And she used to do that because she said it was cheaper. Well, the way cereal prices are nowadays, I don't think it would be cheaper to put cornflakes in your meatloaf. Unless you did buy like Kroger brand or something like that, like I said.
Even then we were talking about it, it's like even day-old bread's cheaper. You can get day-old bread for 25 cents.
Yeah, well you used to. I don't know if you can now.
Yeah, I think the bread store still has them a bag for $1, $1.25 something.
But that's the first time I heard of using cornflakes and something was on Roseanne. So it's just funny the things that you remember. And I probably am weird for remembering it, but I remember things that have to do with food. So this butter is softened where it's set here since we showed it to you. So it's wanting to stick together. But you're just wanting to lay it out on top like you do any casserole. And then we're going to bake it at 350 for 40 minutes. So I'm literally gonna set my timer for 40 minutes and then we'll be back to see how it looks. This is what it looks like after 40 minutes. And you can see where we put that whole stick of butter on there, it's very buttery. Liketa dyed potatoes. This is the last thing a snoot would take to somebody's house, but the first thing that would be eaten. I Liketa died when I saw what was in this recipe. Cornflakes, hash browns, cheddar cheese soup, and sour cream, not the food group combinations favored at the great culinary schools. But I've never seen it fail. People practically in hell Liketa dyed potatoes. So, it serves 8. Here we go. This is it. And you probably could bake it longer if you want it darker.
Maybe.
Just depends on you.
Let me just say, it's very oily.
It smells
potato.
terrific.
It smells good.
But this is not a low-calorie dish.
No. I actually don't mind the cereal on top. It's very crunchy.
Oh, I love the potatoes. I mean, potatoes, cheese.
You know what you taste most of though?
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
Mm-hmm. It's very strong sour cream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. And I was worried about the pepper because it looked like a lot of pepper. I love pepper. You can't tell. I think it's delicious.
It's very
I like
good.
it.
I wish it wasn't. I don't think you needed the amount of butter they put on top. You probably could have cut that in half.
I think so too. They used a whole stick of butter. I know it's from the South. I know. But I do think you could have absolutely gotten away with even a lot less. I hate to say a half a stick, but I mean, I really think a half a stick. You could
get a half stick. You almost covered the whole thing with half a stick.
I think a half a stick would be fine and just spread it out a little bit more. I think half a stick would be fine. So I will probably change it in the recipe book because I actually really think this is delicious.
It's very good. Some of the cereal pieces get a little soft, but most of the cereal is very, very crunchy. For me, the cereal could almost be gone too, but
really?
Yeah, I like.
I like the crispiness.
I like the flavor of the potatoes. I like the crispiness too. But I'm wondering if you wouldn't just leave out the cereal and the butter on the top and bake it like a hash brown casserole. If you wouldn't get a little bit of the crispy on top anyway. Just the potatoes.
Maybe, but I like the crunch.
I do
so
like it.
Much,
I'm just saying.
I would not leave it out.
I'm just saying you could leave it out.
You could, but I wouldn't. Now, could you imagine any of our family eating this?
I think Andrew would eat it. He would try it.
I think he would like it too.
Yeah, Christina would probably try it.
I think she would.
You never know with Ashley.
I don't know. She loves hash brown casserole, doesn't she? Yeah, she eats hash brown casserole all the time. Yeah.
So it's good. I like it. And I like the flavor of the potatoes. Like I said, there's a lot of sour cream flavor in there. But you get the cheese as well. So, and you do get that pepper taste.
You do, but it's not overwhelming like I figured it would be.
Yeah, it's not like it's burning your mouth or anything. It's not that strong.
No, not at all. Well, I'm always curious because especially when I find something that's like totally different to me and it's like, does anyone else make this? Has anyone heard of it? This was the first time ever in my life that I've ever bought Campbell's cheese.
Cheddar soup. cheese soup.
Yeah,
cheese soup.
it's called, and it's literally cheddar cheese soup is what it was called. I've never bought that before.
Yeah. What do you people that eat that, what do you eat it with? Do you eat it by itself?
Yeah.
Like a tomato soup? Do you eat it with broccoli?
You want to know about that soup specifically?
Yeah, specifically. I'd love to know how you eat it.
Would you dip nachos in it?
No, it's too thin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
When it came out of the can, it was kind of like a cream of mushroom.
It's going to be smushy. It's going to be. I would think it would be runny. It looks like something you mix broccoli with. Make a broccoli soup.
Oh.
Broccoli and cheese soup or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. You'd have to let us know if you eat it.
Or could you put it in broccoli casserole instead of Velveeta?
No.
Like we did.
It wouldn't firm up.
No.
It would get sticky.
Okay.
It's runny.
Well, I'd like to know if
broccoli.
you've ever had this specifically, this casserole with these ingredients. I love it. I think, like to dyed potatoes is what they're calling it, but it is a casserole. I think it's delicious. I would totally make it again. But I'm always curious if you've ever had it before, and like, do you use it as a side dish? Because I think this would be a great side dish for Thanksgiving, for any kind of time you're having a big dinner.
Fried chicken.
This would be awesome with fried chicken. Instead of making hash brown casserole, you could make this.
I prefer hash brown.
This is going to cost more.
I like hash brown casserole better
I do too, and it's cheaper. This is definitely going to cost more, and it does have ingredients that you might not have around your house. Whereas hash brown casserole, it only takes a couple of things that you're more likely to have. But I truly do enjoy this. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.